Morning, aloha, welcome. It's Monday morning. We're in Manoa. We are getting ready for our live yoga class here in our living room, making our final arrangements, getting things together. So we invite you to hop on the mat with us, get yourself set up. Nice to see folks hopping on. It's been a great run here the last few months since we've been in quarantine. We have committed ourselves to spending time on the mat together and with all of you on Mondays and Thursdays. This is a simple and profound hatha yoga practice that we do in the classical form. We work through some pranayama, some breathing exercises, some postures. We use concentration, we use awareness to bring ourselves into the present moment. The big focus in our practice is our breath. So whether you're a beginner or someone who's more advanced, I believe this is it's a good opportunity for you to explore your practice and explore your own sense of presence. So let me just do a little bit of movement here. Nice to see folks hopping on. And we'll go ahead and get ourselves started. I'm Evan, and this is Terra. Welcome. So come to a comfortable seat. Allow the spine to come up tall. You can rest the palms anywhere comfortable. Again, no tension in the knees here. If you got to prop up or let your legs out, find a way that's going to get comfortable for you to sit for just a few minutes as we get started. We'll come to a long spine. Lift the heart. You can soften the gaze, close the eyes. Becoming aware of our breath and our breathing at the nostrils. Wherever it is, if it's sticky or slow or tight, just observing and becoming aware of the entrance of the breath at the nostrils. Setting an intention to allow the breath to guide us for the next 75 minutes or so. Staying connected to our breath and breathing. Allow the eyes to come open. We'll bring the hands together at heart level. We'll start with our pranayamas, breathing exercises. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Bring the arms up and out, parallel to the floor, palms pushing away, fingertips down, holding the breath in. And then exhale, hands heart level. We'll do two more like that. Inhale up and out. Hold the breath, no tension. Exhaling, hands to heart level. One more. Inhale. Hold. And exhaling breath. Right hand to the belly, left hand out. We'll do a little belly breathing on the inhalation. Push the belly out. Push, push, push the belly out. And exhaling, pulling the belly back towards the spine. We'll do two more. Inhale, push the belly. Exhaling breath, pull towards the spine. Last one, biggest one yet. Push, push, push on the inhale. And exhaling breath, hand coming back towards the spine. Releasing the right hand. Actually, let's bring both hands to the belly. Now we'll do the yogic breath. So full and complete inhalations. We're going to use the whole lung. Inhale, push the belly out. Suck the belly up and in. Keep inhaling, expand the ribs. Expand the chest, breathing all the way up into the upper chest and clavicle on the inhale. And then exhale, trace the hands back down to the belly. And find your rhythm. Let's do it again. Inhale, push the belly. Suck the belly up and in. Expand the ribs. Keep breathing into the chest. Upper chest, clavicle. Slowly take it down. Let's do one more. Inhale, belly. Suck it up and in, ribs, chest, all the way up. And slowly taking it down. Now release both hands to the knees. We'll do Kapalabhati. This is the forceful exhalation through the nostrils, passive inhalation to follow. We can move together. Inhale. And let's begin with the exhale, 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 keep going. Exhale all the breath. Inhale, half lung of air. Holding the breath in, lift the chin. Drop the chin to the chest, lift the heart. Engage the perineum, lift the shoulders to the ears. We're holding the breath in. This is Kumbha, breath retentions. No breathing, no tension. And slowly releasing the breath, releasing any of the breath holds. Tension coming to the brow center. Notice the direct impacts of the breath hold, beginning to slow down mental activity. Let's do another round of breath holds here. Inhale. Lift the chest, drop the chin, engage the perineum, lift the shoulders, hold the breath in. Kumbha, breath retentions. When you're ready, slowly release the breath hold, slowly release the breath. Again, attention to the brow center. You can relax the breathing at the nostrils, slowing the mind down. Allow the eyes to come open. We'll do yoga for the eyes. Keep the chin and head parallel. Chin parallel to the floor. Head remains still. Take a deep inhale. On the exhaling breath, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Another inhaling breath. On the exhaling breath, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Inhale. On an exhaling breath, look down, far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Another inhale. On the exhale, look down, far left, look up, far right, look down, center. So instead of stretching the eyes, we're going to focus the eyes now. Bring the right hand up, fingertip pointing, so not too high, not too low, right in line with the shoulder. We're going to fix our gaze onto the finger, no blinking, slowly bending the elbow in the direction of the nose, and slowly extending the arm back out. Gazing out beyond as the arm extends. Take a deep inhale. On the exhaling breath, let's do it again. Bend the elbow, no blinking. Fingertip coming towards the nose and back out, focusing the rods and the cones of the retina. Gazing beyond. Last one. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhaling breath, slowly, no blinking. Yoga for the eyes. A lot of time on those mobile phones and screens these days, using these exercises to bring prana into the eyes. Release the hands. Bring some prana into the hands now. Warming up the hands, a little friction, a little energy. And then right palm to right eye, left palm to left eye. No light coming in. Breathing slowly, please. Flooding again the cones, the rods, the retina, prana. Releasing the hands, interlacing the fingers, pressing the palms away, taking the arms overhead. Slowing down the breath here, breathing in and out through the nostrils. Slight constriction in the back of the throat. Air passing the epiglottis. Elbows are straightening, palms are pressing. Let's release the arms out in front. We'll do yoga for the hands and fingers. Take the palms right over the left. Bring the hands down, interlace the fingers, and roll the arms up and in. Yoga for the arms and fingers. Stretch moving from the fingers to the elbows all the way up into the shoulders. Continue to breathe slowly. And let's release. We'll do the same thing other side. So left over right. The palms facing now, and then fingertips rolling in and over to your degree. Stay with the breath. Breathing into the palms and fingers, elbows and shoulders. Let's release. Put the palms to the sides, legs out in front. We do yoga for the toes. So Dandasana, you can get a comfortable seat. Backs of the calves are on the floor. You can press the palms or even just the pads of the fingers to help yourself stay upright. Start with toe cramps. We're going to squeeze the toes and release. So squeeze, release for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeezing and releasing. Go right foot over the left. Interlacing the toes. Now we're going to do yoga for the toes. Same as we did with the hands and fingers. First toe, second toe, maybe third toe. No hands. See if you can use your concentration to get fourth toe, fifth toe, maybe just get one toe in there. Wherever you get, just squeeze. Activating the nerves of the toes all the way up to the sciatic nerve. And let's release. We'll switch, do the same thing on the other side. So left over right. Pinky toe goes in, finding those marma points, little energy points between each toe. Second toe, third toe. So you can get all the way out to the big toe. Maybe you just get one toe. That's amazing. Wherever you're at, let's squeeze and breathe there. And let's release. Both calves and ankles on the floor. We're going to do some movement in the ankles. Forward for 1, release. 2, release. 3, release. 4, release. 5, release. 6, hold. Clockwise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. So coming up into the knees now. Sit tall, lift the breastplate. Both elbows grab onto opposite sides here. Lift the chest. We're going to do rotation clockwise for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. Switching, grabbing on opposite elbows, lifting the chest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Beautiful. So come all the way up to the front of your mat. We're going to go into the quad stretch here. Right heel comes in, right knee comes out. You can bring the left leg back. So you're going to keep the left leg flat, left foot flat, make a little space in the calf if you need, and you're coming into a big quad stretch here. Start to walk the hands back, get both sit bones down, take your time. For many of us, this is going to be our stretch this morning. For others, if there's room, start to get the weight back. You can come to the elbows, and if there's room there, go all the way to the top of the head. And if the top of the head is comfortable and you have the privilege, you can lay the spine flat. Perhaps bringing the arms all the way up overhead. Once again, reaching onto opposite elbows. Breathing slowly and deeply, please, to your degree. Let's bring our elbows in contact with the floor. On inhale, come on up. Then we'll exhale, switch. Noticing perhaps one side is different than the other, and that's great. So left heel into the perineum, right leg comes back. Take your time here in the quad stretch. Start to bring the weight back. So you can walk your hands, you can go to elbows if that's comfortable. And for many, maybe we'll stay here today, noticing the difference between the right and left sides. Perhaps top of the head. Perhaps long spine. If we can, grabbing opposite elbows, lengthening the spine, deepening the quad stretch, and breathing. Elbows in contact with the floor. Inhale, come on up. And we're going to come all the way up to a standing position. coming to meet with our feet together at the front of the mat. In preparation for Surya Namaskar, this is our sun salutation. We'll allow the eyes to close. Lift the chest, relax the hands, long spine. Let's connect to our memories and imaginations. See if you can visualize beautiful sunset. Maybe something you saw this weekend or in the past in a special moment. Just feel yourself seeing the sunset, beautiful saffron glow going down on the horizon, lighting up the sky. Grateful to the sun, all of its animating energies for our bodies and the planet. Grateful, grateful for this beautiful sun. Let's allow the eyes to come open. Take a deep inhale. Exhaling, we'll bring our hands together at heart level. Inhale, take the arms all the way overhead. Reaching up, pressing up, press to the feet, reach up, look up. And then exhale, hinge from the hips, bending forward, placing your hands perhaps to the shins, maybe to the ankles. If you have the privilege, you can place the hands in line with the toes. The hands are coming in contact with the floor, the fingers, perhaps bringing the palms of the floor onto the floor. You can release the head, pushing evenly back through both knees, lifting the tailbone, relaxing the head. It's our first stretch of the morning. Moving slowly, please. Breathing deeply and steadily. Place the hands to the floor if they're not already there. Bend the knees. Take the left knee back, left foot back. Placing Ashwashan Shalanasana. This is the equestrian pose. Back foot presses to the floor. Back knee presses down. Left hip's coming forward. Sink to the hips, trying to make a right angle, 90 degrees with this front knee. Keeping it in. Try not to let it flop to the side. So stay active in that foot. Chest comes forward. Arms come back. Gaze comes up towards the sky if there's room. Steady, mindful breathing, please. Let's place our hands to the floor. Turn the top toes, right leg coming hip distance apart. The feet placed, tailbone to the sky, engaging the fingertips and palms. The inner elbows drawing towards one another. This is our Parvokanasan mountain pose. Chin slightly tucks to the chest. Spreading the space between the shoulder blades as we lengthen the spine. Intercostalis muscles of the rib cage are lengthening. Udayan Ban, that's the perineum, tailbone lifting up towards the sky. Hamstrings are extending, getting long. Both knees pressing back evenly. Both heels pressing down towards the floor evenly. Once again, breathing the sound of the ocean waves, slow and steady. Next, exhaling breath, drop the knees to the floor, heart right between the thumbs, elbows tight to the body, elbows point up. Ashtanga Namaskar. 2 feet, 2 knees, 2 hands, chest and chin. Take your chin extended a little bit further and gaze towards your nose. Nasakara Mudra. Breathing slowly here. Elbows are up. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Tailbone is up. And then place the hands, press the hips. We'll move into Bhujangasana, cobra position. If there's room, you can stay with your hands placed perfectly where they are, elbows in. If you have a neck or a back injury, you want to bring your elbows to the floor, you may do so. Lift the chest, press the hips, gaze up towards the sky. Bhujangasana or Sphinx. Breathe. Let's place the hands in line with the shoulders. Once again, we're going to come back to meet in mountain pose. In the West, we've got this same pose called downward facing dog. In the Himalayas, yogis have the same pose. Parvokanasana. Body is shaping like a mountain, pressing evenly into the hands or shoulder distance apart, pressing evenly into the heels, a hip distance apart. Tailbone lifting towards the sky, body shaping like Mount Everest. Get the left foot all the way forward to the hands, right knee down, chest comes up, gazes up, Aswashan Shalanasana. Equestrian pose on the other side. Sink the hips. Lift the chest, gaze up. Arms peeling back, body starting to warm up. And let's place the hands on an exhaling breath. Right leg comes to meet the left. Backs of the legs are long. Body is beginning to warm up, so you can take your hands from your ankles to the floor. You can take your fingers in line with the toes, perhaps pressing the palms into the floor. If you've got your palms on the floor, you can turn your hands around and press the heels of the hand forward as you pull the body even further towards the shins and thighs. Engage the feet, bring the palms together. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands back to heart level. Release the hands to the sides, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Surya Namaskar. Take a deep inhale. Exhaling, hands to heart level. Inhale, reach up, rise up, lift up. Exhale, hinge and fold forward. Taking your time, placing the hands, releasing the head, lifting the tail. Bend the knees, right knees going down to the floor, right foot is down, sink the hips, pull the arms, lift the chest, gaze up. Aswashan Shalanasana. Place the hands, left foot's coming back to meet the right. Parvokanasana, this is mountain pose. Bottom of the exhalation, drop knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Elbows in and up. And then inhale, Bhujangasana, cobra position. To your degree, listening to the breath and the body. Turn the tops of the toes, exhaling breath. Tailbone lifting to the sky as the hands press evenly. Heels dropping steadily to the floor, both knees pressing back evenly. Mountain pose. Right foot coming all the way forward, left knee down. Equestrian pose, chest is forward, gaze is up, arms are back, listen to your breath. Place the hands, left foot's coming to meet the right. Feet are together, legs are long, deepening the fold. Palms together, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart level. Release the palms to the sides. And taking a moment once again with the eyes closed. Using the memory and the imagination to visualize a beautiful full moon. We got a full moon this weekend. Full moon controlling the waters of the body. Silverly light in the sky, using your mind's eye to see the full moon. Moon's controlling tides and the oceans and the rivers. Same thing is true inside of our body. The human aquarium body is filled with waters and plasmas and bloods, all types of different fluids. As the moon affects the tides, so is the movement of energy and liquids in our own body. Grateful to this amazing celestial body and for its influence on our human body. We'll do Chandra Namaskar, changing only 4th and 9th positions. Take a deep inhale, opening the eyes. Exhale, hands coming to heart level. Press the feet, inhale, rise up, reach up, and exhale, fold forward. Placing the hands to the floor, fingertips in line with the toes, releasing the weight of the head, lengthening the backs of the legs, tailbone lifting towards the sky, pressing to the feet. Body is once again warming up. Slow, steady breath. Bend the knees, take the left leg back, left knee down, left foot on the floor. This time, hands come to heart level. Inhale, arms go overhead. Body shaping like a crescent moon. Bring the hips down. Heart is pressing forward. Gaze comes towards the sky. Arms are peeling up and back. Breathe. Soften the front toes. Keep the front knee in line with the heel. Don't let that knee flop side to side. Catch up with your breathing. Notice if you can have steady breath. If you're not breathing, you've probably either gone too far, or if it's like easy, then you haven't gone far enough. Go into the stretch. Breathe. Let's place the hands down out in front. Turn the top toes. Get the right leg back. Once again, meeting in mountain pose. Tailbone lifting towards the sky. Both knees pressing back evenly. Both heels pressing down evenly. Activating the fingers and your elbows drawing towards one another. Breathing into the mountain pose. Chin in the direction of the chest. Knees, chest, and chin down towards the floor. Elbows are in. 8 parts of the body on the floor, gazing at the nostrils. Elbows are up. And then inhale, Bhujangasana to your degree. In the backward bend, make sure that we're taking small sips of oxygen, breathing energy in, Bhujangasana. Inner elbows draw towards one another as tailbone lifts towards the sky, meet back into the mountain pose. Left foot coming all the way forward, right knee down. Hands to heart level, inhale, arms overhead. Press the front foot, soften the toes. Front knee is in line with the front ankle. Make a 90-degree angle by sinking into the hips. Hips are sinking, chest's pressing. Forward gaze is up towards the sky. Arms are lifting. Back foot presses, back knee presses. Bring the hands down to heart level. Inhale. Exhale, right leg comes to meet. Lengthening the back of the spine now, head comes to hang heavy. Breathe slowly and steadily here. Belly button in the direction of the thighs, forehead in the direction of the shins. Press the feet, bring the palms together. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to heart level. Release the palms to the sides. We'll do Chandra Namaskar on the other side, moving together with the breath. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, hands to heart level. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, right leg's going back, right knee down, hands to heart level, arms overhead. Inhaling. placing the hands out in front. Left leg comes to meet the right. Heels pressing down, tailbone towards the sky. Press evenly to the hands. Bottom of the exhalation, knees, chest, and chin towards the floor. Inhale, rising to Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, mountain pose. Right leg coming forward, left knee down. Palms to the heart, arms overhead. Chest is forward, gaze is up on an inhale. Place the hands, exhaling breath. Left leg comes to meet the right. Backs of the legs are long, tailbone pressing towards the sky. Palms together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart level. Release the palms to the sides. Stand tall, taking a moment to introspect the mind. Noticing quality of your heartbeat. Heartbeat is a sign of life. You can feel the auricles and the ventricles of the heart pumping blood. You can feel the capillaries in the fingers and the toes and around the skull are vibrating. Shoulders are feeling more even, hips feeling more even. Allow the eyes to come open. We'll do our first posture. This is chair pose. Utkatasana. We'll go hands together at heart level and bring the arms all the way overhead. You can come to a steeple, or you can release the hands, whatever's comfortable, depending on your shoulders. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhaling breath, let's sit down and back like we're going into a chair. Lift the heart, natural curve in the low back. Sit the butt down a little further. Gaze is up towards your fingers, all the way towards the ceiling. Look up, but keep the chin parallel to the floor. Sink a little further. If there's room, you can start to lift the toes off the mat. Breathe. Building a little fire, agni into the body. Arms are straight. Gaze is up, butt is down, toes are up. And let's inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the arms to the sides. Interlacing the palms, press the palms out and away. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold the butt. Dvikasana, also known as Yoga Mudra. This is a symbol of yoga. Backs of the legs are long here. Take your forehead in the direction of the shins. Press to the feet, lift the tail, and take the arms up towards the sky. Key to the pose is my breath. Breathing slow and steady. Exhaling breath, let's release the arms. Inhaling, rising up. Hands coming to heart level. We'll do twisted chair now. Take a deep inhale. On exhaling breath, bend the knees. Take the outer edge of the left tricep all the way and hook it onto the right thigh. Hands stay in prayer position. Head and neck turn to the right. Knees are in line. Belly button coming across the thighs. Keep the belly down and in. If there's room here, you want to look down towards the floor. You can place the left hand to the floor. Right hand coming up towards the sky. Opening up the chest, turn the head and neck to the right, eventually to the ceiling. If there's room and that pose is comfortable for you, you can go ahead and open up that right hand, move in the direction of a bind. Otherwise, stay right where you're at. Keep that left hand grounded. Breathe. Inhale, let's come all the way up, all the way back to heart level. Do the same thing on the other side. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Outer edge of the right tricep hooks on to the edge of the thigh. Palms stay together. Keep the knees in line, sink the butt. Connect the belly button across the thighs, turn the head. Breathe. If there's room, look towards the floor. To your degree here, opposite hand reaches towards the sky. If there's room, turn the head and neck to the left side wall, eventually towards the ceiling. If you've got that in your practice and you'd like to move in the direction of a bind, please do so. Otherwise, stay where we are and breathe. And then slowly, let's inhale. Exhaling, returning back to center. Bring the arms overhead in the direction of table position. A little space. Reaching the arms up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Hinge from the hips. Extend the arms out in front. Elbows are straight. Gaze out in front towards your fingertips. Keep your head in line with the spine. Gaze is up towards the fingers. Keep the belly engaged. Heart is lifted. Arms extending. Line of energy from the tailbone to the fingers. Building heat in the body. Let's go hands together at heart level. Bend both knees. Energy into the left leg as the right leg lifts up. Straighten that right leg, or straighten the left leg and then press the right heel away. Balance pose. If there's room, you can extend the arms all the way out in front. Make a line of energy from the rear heel all the way to the fingertips. Breathe slow and steady. Gaze is down about 4 feet in front of you. And then hands together at heart level. If we're able, we're going to bring that right leg all the way through. If you got to touch down, that's okay. Eventually, the heel's going to come up. Bottom of the leg wants to move in the direction of parallel to the floor. It's going to wake up the hip flexor. Breathe. Smile at the shake in the leg. It's only going to last for a while. Breathing a little bit higher. And let's release. We'll take the inner edge of the right foot. Press it into the left thigh. So create a good kind of connection here. Take the right knee back and away if you're able. Left hand to heart level. If you're able there, both hands to heart level. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Once you're grounded and rooted in that foot, go ahead and extend the arms all the way overhead. Find your expression of a tree here. Key to the pose, standing foot. And then use your gaze. If you want to test yourself, instead of looking down, look forward. If you can look forward, you can start to soften your gaze. Perhaps even close your eyes. Breathing deeply to the tree. And then we'll go hands together at heart level. Release the hands, release the feet. And shake out that standing leg. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Feet are together. Balance pose first. So let's go hands together, heart level. Inhale. On the exhaling breath, we're going to fold forward. Get the left heel coming up. Eventually, front side of the body, all the way to that heel is parallel to the floor. In that direction. Once again, key to the pose is the standing leg. If there's room, extend the arms out in front. Line of energy from the rear heel all the way to the tips of the fingers. Gaze down about 4 feet in front of you to find your balance. Breathe. Go hands together at heart level. Left leg coming all the way through. Take your time. Spine is long. Heel is lifting. Little shake in the leg. Breathe and smile at the shake in the leg. A little higher. Nice. And let's release. We'll go inner left foot to the right thigh. Left knee is going to come down and back. Let's take a moment. Careful not to press to the knee. You want to take care of that knee in the standing right leg. No rush here. Keep the right foot grounded, hands at heart level. And if you're able and you can stay rooted in that right foot, arms come all the way overhead. Standing, balancing, a little hip opening here. Breathe. This is Vrikshasana, tree position. And slowly hands down to heart level. Shake out the right foot. And we'll do a little bit of side stretching here. We're going to do swaying tree. So feet are mat distance apart here. Arms are coming overhead. Right hand's going to grab onto the left wrist. Take a moment there. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, we'll go up and over. Left hip's going way out. Reach the hands. Take the right hand and pull the left. Right shoulder slightly forward. Gaze up towards the left shoulder. Pull, pull, pull. And then all the way back. Same thing on the other side. So left hand grabs the right. Deep inhale. And then exhale. Take the right hip out. Way out. Maybe a little further. Use your left hand to pull the right side body. Gaze up towards your right shoulder. Left shoulder slightly forward. Pull a little further. Yeah. And then inhale. Come all the way up. Beautiful. Release the hands. Come all the way back onto your mat. We'll go hands to our hips. We're going to do hands to feet position. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, fold the body forward. Feet hip distance apart. So if the hands are coming to the shins, that's okay. If you have the privilege, you can place the hands to the floor. If that's comfortable for you, go ahead and lift the toes and bring the hands and fingers underneath. Placing the feet to the hands. Pressing both knees back, lengthening the legs, the backs of the legs, tailbone coming up towards the sky. If there's room and this pose is accessible to you, you can begin to bend the elbows and pull the forehead, pull the body forward. Keep breathing. Again, the key in the forward folds, particularly slow breath. Release the hands, release the heads. Use the peace fingers to grab to the big toes. Gaze is coming up towards the front wall here. Backs of the legs are long. Press the heels, press the bases of the toes down as you lift your neck. Cervical spine stretch. Gazing up, maybe to the middle of the front wall, maybe to the top of the front wall. Breathe. And let's release the head and neck. Bring the feet mat distance apart. We'll do Shakshuni Mudra. Feet mat distance apart. Bend the knees. Get the head going all the way down in the direction of the knees. As the knees bend, take the arms out around the edges of the thighs and then reach back inside the backs of the calves, towards the jawline, perhaps to the back of the ears, maybe all the way to the skull here. And grab onto the head, start to lengthen the backs of the legs. If that's comfortable, press the feet, even lift the toes, Great for the thyroid, activating the thyroid and the parathyroid. Shakshuni Mudra. And let's slowly release. And we'll all come to meet once again in Parvokonasana. This is mountain pose. Hands shoulder distance apart, fingertips pressing, tailbone lifting towards the sky. Feet are hip distance apart. Let's go ahead and bend the right knee. Press the left heel down towards the floor. Alternate, bend the left knee, right heel down towards the floor. Extending both legs now, both heels pressing down towards the floor. Lifting the left leg now, left heel coming up towards the sky. Left toes right down the midline of the body. Press the right heel towards the floor, straighten the right arm. Breathe, fully take an inhale. Exhaling breath, left foot's coming all the way forward for our Virabhadrasana series. Outer edge of the back foot drops, set the feet, and then let's start to rise up. Back heels in line with the front foot. Right hips coming forward, right shoulders coming forward, front knees coming in the direction of 90 degrees. So this front thigh wants to sink a little further. Hands to heart level if there's room. Arms all the way overhead. Activate the outer edge of the back foot. Take that right hip slightly forward. Take the right shoulder slightly forward. Sink the hips, lift the arms, look up if there's room. Virabhadrasana 1. Keep breathing, slow and steady. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're going to switch the hands to Virabhadrasana 2. Arms parallel to the floor, fingertips reaching. Sinking to the front hips. Sinking into the hips. Maybe bending a little bit into that front knee. Soften the front toes. Activate the back foot. Gaze at the front fingertips. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 position. Deep inhalation. On the exhale, right arms coming all the way forward. Reaching. Chest forward, gaze forward, arms forward. Fearless warrior. Advaya Virabhadrasana. And let's take the left hand to the floor, right hand to the sky. Turning the head and neck to the right side wall if there's room. Taking an inhale. If there's room there, you want to try your bind, you may. Right hand comes to the low back. Heart's going to lift up towards the sky as the head and neck turns slightly. No tension anywhere in the face. Breathe slowly. Let's release the hands to the floor. Right knee's coming down. Heel toe on the left hand. Let's get the tricep to the left hand in contact with the inner left thigh. You're going to bring the right hand down to meet. Arms are in a push-up position. Body's going to start to come forward. You can look down here. As there's room, get the edge of the elbow onto the right inner hip. You can get that left leg up. You can lift the right knee and come onto the right toes. There's room there. This is the pose for many of us. Maybe try and lift for just 1 inch. 1 second, get that right toe lifting. A is for attempt. And slowly that's all come to meet in child's pose. Knees a little greater than hip distance apart. Rest the forehead down towards the floor. The hips in line with the heels. Head resting. So if you need a pillow or you want to use your palms, please do so. Palms turn to face up, otherwise at your sides. Once again, tuning in to the heartbeat. The heart's been with us ever since we were in our mother's womb. 27 days, the heart starts out as just a little thumb. Now, as we've grown into full-size adults, the heart's about the size of a human fist. Heart been pumping, bringing energy into your body ever since that time. It's a constant companion. It's an impulse, a spiritual impulse in the body, residing in the chest space. Grateful, grateful for our heart and our heartbeat. Inhaling breath will allow the body to rise up once again, and we'll come to meet in mountain pose, creating a balance in the body, in left and right hemispheres of the body. Place the hands, lift the tail, extend both heels down towards the floor evenly. Keep the left heel on the ground. We're going to lift the right leg all the way to the sky, right toe in towards the midline of the body. Left heel pressing down, left arm is straight. Breathe. Take an inhale, and on exhaling breath, right foot all the way forward, outer edge of the back left foot turns, taking a moment to get the feet and rising up. So get your feet set. No tension in the toes, no tension in the jaw. Left hip coming forward, front knee sinking a little further, hands together at heart level, arms extending all the way overhead. Take that left hip and press it forward like a flashlight in the left hip. pointing it towards the front of the room. Left shoulder slightly forward, sink to the hips, arms extending overhead. Smile on the face. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1 position. Deep inhale, exhaling breath. We're gonna switch. You're gonna walk that back foot a little bit further apart. Hips are kind of opening here. Front knee stays in line with front hip. Arms are parallel to the floor. Gazing at the front fingertips. Stay active in the back hand. Breathe. Deep inhale on an exhaling breath. Left hand comes to meet the right. Activate that back foot. Sink to the hips. Extend the chest. Extend the gaze. Reach the fingers. Fearless warrior. It's only going to last for a while. Right hand to the floor. Left hand to the sky. Opening the chest and heart. You can turn your head to the left side wall. Take a deep inhale. If there's room, open up that left arm. So the heart's coming towards the sky here. Whether you're in your bind or not, lift the heart to the sky. And slowly let's release the hands. Drop the back knee. Heel toe with the right foot. Get it wide. Right hand comes in like a push-up position. Back of the tricep meets the inner thigh. Left hand comes to meet the right. The body's going to start to come forward here. So you want to get the left thigh in contact with the left hip, in contact with the left tricep. So weight comes forward right there to do it. Then you got to lift the back knee. Maybe come to the toes. If there's room, extend both legs. Kondinyasa. Arm balancing, strengthening. A is for attempt. And slowly let's all come down to meet once again in B, Balasana. Child's pose. You can feel the lungs. The lungs are ventilating. Active lungs. Breathing. Cooling the body. A lot of heat moving elements of fire and water meeting in the body. Maybe starting to sweat. Grateful for the detoxifying organ of the skin. The skin is opening up its pores to let prana in and let any cellular waste start to release itself through the skin. Grateful for the lungs, grateful for the skin, grateful for this cooling into the body. Inhaling breath, let's rise up. And we'll come to meet with a little backward bending. So the knees are going to come to the floor. We're going to lift up. Maybe a little, it's like a V. So the knees are a little greater than hip distance apart. Tops of the toes are coming in a little bit. You can come all the way up onto the tops of the toes. We'll place the hands to the low back. Squeeze the elbows in. This is Ukstrasana or camel. So press the hips forward. This is the pose for many of us. Breathing deeply here into the back bend. Make sure you're taking in prana. Even small sips are very useful. Lift the chest. If there's room, start to lift the chest and bring the right hand to the right heel, left hand to the left heel. Breathing deeply there. If there's room, let the head and neck go. If you can let your feet flat to the floor, please do so. Breathing as you lift the heart. Big opening in the front side of the body. And then hands back to the low back. Let the hands in front. We'll all come to meet in child's pose. So after the deep back bend, let's rest in the most relaxed position we can find in our child's pose. Energetic attention now maybe to the skull and the brain. Amazing nervous system, central nervous system, and the brain stem, spinal cord. all the way to the tailbone. Amazing electrical energy moving through the body. Grateful, grateful to be feeding all the neurons and nerves of our nervous system. Let's inhale, rise up. Exhale, we'll shoot the butt out. We'll get the legs out in front. We're going to come all the way down to a lying down position. So let's get the legs out in front. We're going to do a little bit more backward bending. Heels coming in the direction of the buttocks. Palms turn to face down. Head and neck are flat to the floor. Let's press the feet. We're going to lift the tail. Lift the belly, lift the ribs. Keep the chin in the direction of the chest. If there's room, you can interlace your palms underneath you, peeling the shoulder blades underneath. This is comfortable for you. Let's move to the next phase. We'll go to Chakrasana, or the wheel. If this is your edge, please stay right where you are and continue to breathe. Otherwise, releasing the hands out from underneath, bring the fingertips in line with the shoulders, palms face down, elbows are in, press to the hands and feet evenly, come to the top of the head. If that's comfortable for you, press again to the hands and feet, lift the hips, lift the belly, lift the chest. If there's room, lift the heels, come to the tops of the toes and breathe. And slowly, your time. Let's all come down to meet, top of the head. Lay the spine all the way flat, legs extending out in front. Palms turn to face up. We'll take a mini Shavasana. Connect once again to the chest region. Feeling the beat of your heart. Let's go knees into chest. We're going to let's try Sarvangasana. We'll do shoulder stand. I haven't done this in this class for a minute. So bring the knees in the direction of the chest. Palms are going to turn flat to the floor. For some of us, this is going to be towards our edge. If there's room, press the hands into the floor. Start to lift the knees up. Elbows go flat to the floor. Palms come all the way onto the low back. Try to keep your head and neck straight if you're able. And then the legs are going to extend up. So this is like Ardha Chaturanga. That's a half shoulder stand to have your legs in this direction. If there's room, you can start to walk your hands a little further up. Chin comes in the direction of the chest. Breathing deeply. Stay active in the fingertips. Use that to help lift yourself up. They call it Shirshasana. The headstand is the king pose, Sarvangasana, shoulder stand is the queen pose. If there's room, we can try and move into Halasana. This is the plow position. So we slowly start to bring the legs out beyond the head. Up over the back, so start to take them down. Some of us are going to be able to reach all the way to the floor. Many of us will not, that's okay. Lengthen the heels, breathe. Keep your hands on your low back. If you've got a lot of room, you can go back to those Setu Bandhasana hands. You can interlace the hands and use that to pull you a little further over. Otherwise, hands stay right onto the low back and breathe. Let's all come to meet from our plow back into our shoulder. We'll release the hands to the sides and then slow motion. Let's engage the belly as we start to lay the spine all the way back down. Take your time, vertebrae by vertebra. Eventually tailbone hits the ground. Eventually you can extend the legs out in front. Taking a moment once again to relax the spine, relax the breath. Let's take knees into chest through yogi's choice here. Anything that's comfortable for you after that. If you want to squeeze the belly in, maybe do a little bit of rocking side to side or a happy baby, whatever is feeling comfortable for you as a counter to the shoulder stand. And then we'll inhale, bring the knees in the direction of the chest. You're going to lift the tail. We'll do a little rocking forward and back. Exhaling up, inhaling back to the cervical, exhaling up to the tail. One more, inhale back, and exhale all the way forward. Beautiful. Let's do a little bit. We're going to do our hips. So we'll go cross legs out in front. So instead of all the way to a lotus, extend the front feet out. So you're going to kind of cross. Knees are coming in line with the hips. Press your hands to your sides. Move the fleshy part if we need. We'll sit up tall. Take a deep inhale, and then we'll exhale. Begin to send the chest and head forward. If you want to bring the hands out in front, you can kind of pull yourself a little forward. Rest the forehead. So if you can let your head hang heavy and relax there, you may. Otherwise, just maybe press the hands onto the legs and rest the head in the hands. Both hip points are activating. Nice deep stretch into the hips. Inhale, rise up. We'll switch the legs. Do the same thing on the other side. Yeah. Taking a moment, maybe noticing one side a little different than the other. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, heart forward, head forward, hands forward. Breathing slowly. It's a forward fold again, so we have command of the breath. We have space to really fill the lungs here. So use your attention, use your concentration to take full breaths. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let's get the legs out in front. Heels down toward the floor, toes are pointing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, hands to feet position. Maybe hands to knees, or maybe ankles or shins. Wherever you're at, pull the chest forward. If you can get hands all the way to the feet, fantastic. If that's no problem, go ahead and grab on opposite onto your wrist. Really pull the body forward here. Belly's coming in the direction of the thighs. Heart's coming in the direction of the knees. Forehead's coming in the direction of the shins. Elbows can bend to pull yourself a little forward. Stay with breath. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Feet hip distance apart for our spinal twist. Right hand's coming back. I'll spin around to show it. Feet hip distance apart, right hand walks past the line of symmetry. This is our twist. So left hand's onto the right thigh. If there's room, try and kind of take that arm a little longer, drop the elbow. You don't have to. Head and neck turn towards the right corner of the room. Gaze goes in that direction. Beautiful. And then inhale, let's start to walk it up on the untwist. Do the same thing on the other side. Left hand's walking back behind you, foot or two, maybe past the line of symmetry, right hand over to the left thigh. For many, this is our pose, head, neck, or turning. If you're open, go ahead and get the elbow down. And then gaze towards the bottom left corner of your mat or wall behind you. Breathe. And let's slowly release. Instead of twisting the spine, we're going to hold the spine in place now. We'll do Navasana. It's the boat pose. So sit bones are down. Legs are extending out in front. Arms come up. Heart's lifted. Gaze right between the big toes. And we'll finish with some Kapalabhati breath, forceful exhalations once again. Begin. And then slowly release. Spin around 180 degrees, place your head. Remove the hair bun. Relax the legs out in front. We are moving to corpse pose. This is Shavasana. Ankles flopping to the sides, palms turn to face up. Eyes are closed. You can use an eye pillow or a cover if you have one. Some active relaxation. Engaging the right leg, lifting the right toes. Point the right toes, lift just an inch off the ground, and flop the leg. Same thing on the left, point the left toes, lift the left leg, point, and flop the left leg. Engaging the buttocks, squeeze and lift the buttocks as you take the belly button down towards the earth. Squeeze and release the hips. Energy to the rib cage now. Inhale, fill the chest and ribs. And then open the mouth, exhale all the breath. Make a fist with the right hand, lift the right arm, just an inch, squeeze and release. Left fist, left arm, squeeze and release. Lengthening the back of the head and neck now. Keep the chin in the direction of the chest. Head stays on the floor. Lengthen that cervical spine and relax. Turning the head and neck side to side now. No tension in the neck. Returning the head to center. Energy into the jaw now, opening the mouth wide, stick the tongue out. Return the tongue, soften the lips. Energy to the forehead now, squeezing the foreheads and the temples. Squeeze, and relax all the muscles of the face. Smooth face. Entire body from the tips of your toes to the very top of the head, relaxing now. Entire body, tips of toes to top of head, relax now. Becoming aware of the breath as it passes in and out at the nostrils without doing anything to change the breath. Simply watch the breath as it passes in and out at the nostrils. Taking awareness now down to the belly button. Effortless rise and fall of the navel with each passing inhalation, each passing exhalation. Again, doing nothing to change the breath. Simply observe the breath at the belly button. Together now, we'll count the breath backwards from 10, watching the belly button rise at 10, and belly falls at 10, and belly rise at 9, and belly falls at 9. Your breath, your count. Stay engaged, continue to watch the breath. Engaging your count. you come down towards 0, you can surrender the count, release the count, releasing the breath, releasing the mind. Tuning into frequency of spaciousness. Allowance, all things allowed to be exactly as they are. Nothing we need to do about it. Vast and open. Remain spacious. Deeply relaxed. Completely let go. Become aware of our breath and breathing once again. Energetic attention to the belly. Gradually expanding the inhalations, lengthening the exhalations. As the breath begins to deepen, allow the body a wiggle in the finger or the toe, the head or the nose. Any easy, natural movement just to wake the body once again. Reach the arms and stretch if it's comfortable with deepening breath. Reach or stretch and allow whatever movement or stillness is arising for you to be perfectly natural. Coming to meet in a relaxed side lying position. Go right back to stillness. Spaciousness. Using the strength of the hands, go press the hands to the floor and come to meet in a relaxed, comfortable seat once again. Eyes are coming closed. Just take our attention to the nostrils once again. Notice the breath, effortless nature of the breath. Direct result of practice. Bring the focus to the brow center. Noticing the stillness in our minds. trusting that this place of meditative awareness is one we can return to, both on and off the mat. Deep stillness is available to us simply with our intention and our breath. We'll bring the hands together at heart level, gesturing appreciation, reverence for these amazing practices, this beautiful breath, and one another's presence. Grateful for the practice. Closing customarily, namaste. Allowing your eyes to come open. Thank you. Mahalo. Take this feeling off the mat, ladies and gentlemen. Peaceful warriors out into the world, from our mats into the world. This is how we do it in yoga. We are grateful for this time together. We are so grateful for our breath. We hope you have a fantastic day. Aloha and namaste.